Alright, so this is my queen box. I've been doing bees for only about 3 years, but saw Cayman Reynolds was doing something similar to this. So in the spring, as soon as one of my hives tries to swarm or I start seeing queen cells, I usually steal at least 2 frames that have queen cells on them, and I'll put them into this box. The reason being, you know, there's only one queen survives. If these say this box decides they want to make a replacement queen, they'll make, you know, maybe 10, maybe 50 queen cells, depending on how the bees are feeling. But they'll usually have at least 2 or 3 in there. And so once one of the queens is born, she goes through the whole hive and she kills off any that are still in their cells. If 2 of them hatch at the same time, they go into mortal combat, and only one's going to survive. And that one survivor will fly out, find some drones, spend a couple days breeding, and she'll come back, and she's the only queen that's going to come back. Now, if she's out there in a dragonfly or a bird or whatever else, she gets hit by a car, who knows what's going to get her. She's gone, and this hive has no other eggs in there because it's been 2 weeks since there was a queen in there, so they're going to die. So what I do is I'll steal a couple of the queen cells, and that way I have 2 separate chambers in here. I'll show you in a second, that I will use to up the chances that we're going to have a successful queen. And then I'll keep them in here because, you know, I'll have 3 or 4 frames in there that they'll be building on. They're going to be, you know, bringing in honey. They're going to, yeah, and if I need a queen, I've done it on 2 of my hives where maybe I squished the queen, maybe she got sick from something, I don't know, but I knew I didn't have a queen because I didn't have eggs or foundation. I didn't have eggs or brood in there, and so I stole the queen out, put her in a queen cage in through there. Maybe I'll do a video sometime showing how to do that. But yeah, so you'll see on this one, there's a hole on this side. Pop a little smoke in there. And then there's a hole over here. They're on opposite sides. So even if the queens smell each other, they're going to have to go all the way around the outside. And queens don't like being on the outside after they've been out there breeding. This is as far as it gets. So there's a very small chance that they're going to try to kill each other. So I've got everything separated. My vents are on the opposite side. Everything, so that the queen has to go all the way around. Now, probably what I'll do here in the next month is add these bees to one of my lighter hives just to give them some numbers. This was all but one of these was empty frames. Oh, there we got some queen cells. This one's capped, so they're in the process of trying to make a queen. I don't know how much luck they'll have because this is the side that I took the queen from 2 weeks ago, and there's not a lot of drones flying around. In fact, we saw them working on killing some drones earlier, and so we're going to set this off to the side. And yeah, you probably saw me turn that one upside down before I realized it had a queen cell on it. That's not a good idea because it can damage the queen. But I wasn't expecting them to have queens in here. There's not a huge amount of bees either. I have a feeling the cold weather we've been having lately is hurting their chances here. Got a little cluster there. Normally this thing would be packed with bees because they don't have a lot of space to expand. August and all summer long there's a lot of bees. There we got all. Yeah, we don't need to show that part. Those are all, looks like hive beetles got them. So if you want to see the damage that hive beetles will do, you can see the webs down in the base there. That's either hive beetles or wax moth that got in, and that's what they do. They fill it all up with oh, yep, you can see all the little larvae down in there. There we go. So yeah, end of the season. The queen box doesn't do very well, but I'll be freezing those frames, and all these bees are dead because they got eaten partway through by wax moths or hive beetles.
Those babies.
Yeah, those were all in the process of being born. Looks like the workers chewed the. Oh, that one's still alive. The workers were chewing the caps off, trying to extract them, but there's just not enough numbers because it's end of the season. Yep, there's a hive beetle crawling around in there, so that's the one we've been having issues with. So I'm going to dig all that out and then freeze these just to kill off any larvae that might still be in there. Let you guys get back down in there. Yeah, it's disappointing, but that's nature. Nature is brutal. Ever since the fall of man in the Garden of Eden, nature has been unhappy.